Hi, hello, how are you? My name is Zaya and welcome to my channel. Let me just introduce you to this segment of my channel. But first, water. So whether you're a baby witch or a seasoned witch, you probably know by now that something that's very important on your path to becoming a witch or becoming a better witch is knowledge and learning, and an invaluable tool for doing that is books. I am so thankful for how my path to witchcraft has kind of reignited my love for reading. I used to love reading when I was younger, and as I got older, I really got out of it. But more recently, I've gotten way into it again because I am finding all these amazing books on spirituality and witchcraft and spells and astrology and just such amazing things that I'm super excited to learn about. And so I really want to talk about some of these books on my channel because I know it can be really hard to find that information you're looking for. It can take tons of research and tons of time, and maybe even going through some articles and books that don't really have really good information or information that you're really looking for. And now you're like, well, man, I just spent all this time reading this book and I didn't even get what I wanted out of it. So I want to be here to help others who are just starting or want to learn more, to find good books that are really going to help them get the knowledge that they're looking for. So the book I have today is Modern Tarot. It's by Michelle T. It has a very beautiful cover. I love all the blues and all the pretty little curls and whims going around. It says, connecting with your higher self through the wisdom of the cards, which I think really resonates with how this book is written personally. The way that it's split up is into the major arcana, the minor arcana, and the court cards, which I personally really like that because it makes it easier to flip back if you ever need to consult a certain page. You'll know where to go. And then also just for the way you understand it, it's really helpful in that way. I felt like when I read the court cards, by the time I had gotten to the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Wands, I saw the story moving through the court cards. I saw how the page leads into the knight, and the knight turns into the king, and the king flows into the queen. By the time I finished that section, I really felt like I understood. And so I really enjoyed that that's how she wrote it in that way, so that you would understand the story and see how it moves and it flows and it winds and it's ever changing. Something about the information in this book that I really love is not only does she have the description and an explanation of all the imagery in the cards, because in each one, it's not the Rider-Waite card, it's illustrations that done by a specific artist, who I believe in the book she actually refers to the artist's name, which I will have to look up because I can't remember the name right now. Not only does she describe the card and talk about what the imagery and what it all means, but she also takes an example from her life and how that exemplifies the card in her life, which I thought was super awesome. It made it super understandable for me because I would read those examples and be like, okay, well, I've experienced that before. I've had hard times. I've been a woman against the patriarchy. I've felt incredibly ecstatic before. I can resonate with these feelings that she felt. And I understand now, oh, okay, so that's, the 7 of Swords, that's the 10 of Wands, that's this, that, or the other. And I can now relate that to my own life, which makes it easier for me to interpret the cards. Because now when I see that card, I don't only think about that experience, I think about that feeling, and I think about how it went from this to that, how it was turned into a story in my life, and I can relate that to the reader, whoever I'm reading for, or a current reading for myself. I can look back on the past and my own experiences and see how that might turn to the future based on my present. I hope that makes sense. I will say, before reading this book, I had been reading for a couple years then, maybe 3 or 4, and I enjoyed reading, and it was fun, but I really didn't feel like I got it. I always felt like I had to go back and consult the book that it came with, and even then I would consult the book and I would still kind of be like, how does that fit in though? Like, I don't understand. But then after reading this book, I have a deep understanding of each individual card. So when I see it, I understand what it's telling me and the feelings that it evokes and the possibilities within that card. And not only that, I can turn, a 5-7 card reading into a story. I don't just read each individual card. I read each individual card and then I weave them together to create a story for the reader, for the answer that they're looking for. This is what the universe is saying based on all these things. You have loss, you have happiness, you have a future. And I wasn't able to do that before. I wasn't able to do that before this book. It taught me how to do those things. I didn't know even to try to do that, So to have it put that way, that hey, this isn't just you're reading the cards, you're reading a story, you're reading an experience and a future, an everlasting momentum of life and loss and love. And that completely changed my reading to the point where now it's like I'll give a reading and it really resonates with whoever's getting it, or it really resonates within me, and I can really understand, okay, I see what the universe is trying to say to me, and I understand where I need to maybe, work a little bit harder, or maybe give up a little bit, loosen the reins a little bit. And that's super invaluable to me. I loved this book. I didn't put it down. It took me a while to read it because I was in school and work and all these other things, and it's a thicky book. Like, look at that. She's thick. But I couldn't put it down. And when I did finish it, I felt like my world had just, and this whole new field and array of play of tarot reading had just opened up for me, and there were all these possibilities, and I wanted to get new cards, and I still want to get new cards. I only have one deck at the moment, but I really am thankful to Michelle T for writing this and putting all her life's experiences and her knowledge into these pages, because it shows, it's funny, I really enjoyed it, and now I feel like I'm a pretty good tarot reader, so I'm thankful for that. Let's think. Out of 78 tarot cards, I would give this book, Modern Tarot by Michelle T, 78 tarot cards. She gets the full 100. So yeah, I really, really recommend this book to beginning tarot readers who really want to become better and maybe graduate to a higher level of reading, because this book is going to do that for you. I hope you really enjoyed this video and that you find it helpful. And if you want to go and deepen your intuition and become a better tarot reader, go find this book. I got it at the local bookstore in my neighborhood. I think you could probably find it at your bookstore, or maybe even on Amazon. It's in the occult section if you look around for it, or whatever they call it at your shop, new age, witchcraft, whatever they're down for. Find this book. You're gonna love it. It's super cool. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.